Greetings to all. Here's your Gurseema Preet with your own show, Gurseema's Gup-Shup. And I am so honored that today at the show, Gurseema's Gup-Shup, we have director and principal of one of the so reputed school of our Amritsar, the senior study, Mr. Vijay Mehra sir. Thank you so much for accepting our invite. Thank you for coming to our show. Very warm welcome, sir. बहुत बहुत जी आया नू.
Thank you so much, Gurseema. I am honored that you thought that I was worthy to come so
sir.
that you could have this gup-shup with me.
Pleasure is all mine. You know, it's. I am so blessed and so honored that you are here today, and I got an opportunity that we can record the show with you, so that my NGO students will learn so much from this recorded video. We can, learn so many chapters of your journey. So let's move ahead. So we have one segment, Rubaru. Aapki kahani, aapki zubani. Though people know you, but
Yes.
I want how. Let's listen to your journey from your perspective. How you started. How, if we say the Mr. Vijay Mehra, right? So Rubaru ho jaye, please. Let's please begin.
Definitely, Seema. Gurseema, first of all, thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure is all
And
mine.
I do hope that if we are having this gup-shup, there is something from this that the students are able to learn.
Right, sir.
And I'll share whatever were my life experiences
Perfect,
with you.
sir. Perfect.
So I'll start at the beginning. I was very lucky to be born into an affluent family, and at that time the family was also very westernized.
Okay.
It was in the sense that my grandmother had studied in Alexandra School. That's my
Okay.
Dadi ji. My mother was from Sacred Heart, Lahore,
Oh.
and an extremely intelligent lady who had a big influence in shaping my life and my personality. And the family was amongst the
So it was a
affluent-
well-versed family.
Yes.
The roots are right.
The roots were like, well, I never thought at that time that we were wealthy, if I use that term.
Right.
But later on, when I look back, I feel there was so much that I should have been aware of, but my life was so normal that I never thought that wealth mattered.
Wealth
You know,
mattered.
it is something that you accepted without really knowing the benefits.
The
of it.
values were in
The
such
values
a way.
values were in fact. And my grandmother was a very cultured lady. She
Right.
was right in the forefront of the social circle, and in the sense that she was the founder member of Red Cross in Amritsar and the
Okay.
women's organizations,
Perfect.
all the clubs, something like FICCI, if you can say. So
Right.
she was like the FICCI president of her
Okay.
era.
Right.
Of her era.
Thank you for giving the reference, because that makes the things
That
clear.
in the sense that she was educated, she was smart, she was very very sure of everything. Like she was friends with Rajkumari Amrit Kaur of Kapurthala, and
Kapurthala.
General Manak Shah's mother. Manak Shah was born in Amritsar. General Manak Shah's mother was one of her very good friends. So she moved around in a social circle.
It was
which
all the elite class.
Yes, it was the elite class, and they were working for the upliftment of women always.
Right, sir.
There was also something else, I forget what the name was of the organization, but it was on Majita Road near Sacred Heart, where a lot of the refugee women came, and they were kept over there and looked after. So
Okay.
when the partition occurred,
was
it was
occurred.
before I was born. I only
Okay.
heard tales about it. When the partition occurred, she was one of the ones in the forefront, going everywhere, going to Lahore, looking after the refugees and all.
Okay.
I'm just giving you that as a background
Right,
of
sir.
my grandmother.
Right.
And my father was also a very handsome, very good-looking man, and very westernized again.
Right.
And my mother was from Lahore. She
Right.
belonged to one of the top families of Lahore. Her father was a builder in the sense that not an architect or something, like a developer. Most of Lahore and the big colonies were developed by him.
Okay.
And after the partition, he decided to stay on in Lahore. He did not come to Amritsar.
Amritsar.
He did not come to Amritsar because he said, Aurangzeb de thalle vi te Hindu rehende si na. What
Achha,
what
what
difference
matters? What difference?
will be there if we have a Pakistan over here? So he stayed on there,
Okay.
and at the end he died also over there.
Okay.
He never came back to India, though my family was visiting. So I'm just giving you a
Right.
basic background
I-
history
I'm
of the
getting- right,
of the
right.
family. And my mom was extremely intelligent. Whatever I am today, and whatever my brother and my sisters are, or our entire family, you know, we
Right.
attribute it totally to our mom.
To your mom.
Because she was very, very religious, very,
Right.
very intelligent. She was
A well-versed
well
woman.
versed. She insisted that the children should have a good education.
Right.
You know, because at
So
that
if
time,
I say that was your mom who, you know, it was,
Yes,
she
she was-
inclined you
Yeah.
towards this
very,
education system.
very fond of literature, poetry, all those things related to academics.
Academics.
Was her forte, and everything related to painting and art and music,
Wow.
that was my grandmother's and my father's. So
Right.
I was an amalgamation. I was exposed to both the things. I was
Wonderful.
exposed to a great deal to culture,
So best
and I
of
was
all the things you
best
were-
of both the worlds. Best of both the worlds. No regrets about the childhood.
Wonderful.
I think I had a blessed childhood, but I never knew that I belonged to a rich family. Because these days you see children, you know, who,
Yes.
you know, we were never,
I just mentioned
never-
because I am meeting Sir. Number of times I've met, he's been a very good supporter of NGO Mission Leap, and every time the day one until date, he's a very, very humbled person, very, very grounded soul. The day one I met you, and today also, it's never been. You are such a grounded soul, and we don't get such persons, sir. In today's world, ऐसे लोग नहीं मिलते हैं.
No, but I was very lucky. I mean, I had a blessed childhood. I will be very frank about it. I definitely had. I'm one of the lucky ones.
Right.
And so later on, I mean, life took its own course, and we studied. I joined St. Francis, and I was a topper in my studies.
Right.
When I was in class 8th, I still remember Father Timothy, my principal. He was extremely fond of me. He gave me an award for the most outstanding pupil of the school.
Wow.
Because there must have been qualities in me which
So when you were 8, because your entire system was like education was the main. It was so it was clear that you will also become a.
No, it was never clear. You know, it was, I belonged to a family which was into business. It was a joint family.
Joint family.
And my mother, like one of my uncles would always say, make Billu I'm known as Billu, by the way, for all those who don't know.
Mr. Vijay, प्यार से सब बच्चे बिल्लू सर बोलते हैं, तो that's.
So he would say, make him a lawyer, make him a doctor. You know, why are you just, keen that his education should finish and he should join the family business? You know,
Right.
businesses it was just taken for granted that you would join into the family business.
अच्छा.
I was good in studies, and I topped in the university also in my 10th. It was in St. Francis as a private candidate. It was a private school. So
Okay.
it sent the students as private candidates for 10th Punjab metric. So I topped amongst all the Punjab
Wow.
private students. I would not say the government students. In the private students, I
Right.
topped. And then college was like cakewalk. It was DAV. It was like no competition at all in college.
Okay.
So it was never taken that I would join education as my profession. It was always that you will be joining the family business. And then the day arrived when I had to join the family business, and my grandfather took me to the office. He said, look, मेरे नाल मेरा brother भी है, मेरे brother ਦੇ 3 ਪੁੱਤਰ भी है, तेरा father भी है, your older brother is there, your cousins are there. You are not needed in this business. Now, when you are joining this business, you have to make a place for yourself. And this is something which I can never forget. He told me, you are not needed, but तू अपनी जगह बना. मैं क्या मैं किस तरह बनावा? With all these people all around me, they are the ones who are going to take the decisions.
Right.
How will I make my position? He said, ਤੂੰ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ grab ਕਰ. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੰਮ ਹੋਵੇ ਨਾ ਤੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਮੈਂ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ, ਮੈਂ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ, ਮੈਂ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ.
Such an honest advice.
And you know, that's what I did. That's what I did. Whenever there was anything to be done, I would say, मैं कर देना, मैं कर देना, मैं कर देना. With the result that a time came, whereas I was at the bottom of the ladder, but a time came when everybody, whether it was my grandfather, his brother, or my uncles or cousins, everybody would say, Billu kithe hai? Billu kithe hai? You know, I mean, suddenly there was a place for me in the business. And then I would say that how are these businesses being run? We are working with Munims and Munshis and all. They're so unprofessional. We are just lucky that the business is carrying on.
Right.
You know, because if we would have a talk at the end of the year when the balance sheet was presented,
Right.
I would say the profit is going down. And my uncle, who was the main person controlling everything in the family business,
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
he would say, खर्चे निकलदे ने ना, इन्वेस्टमेंट उत्ते ब्याज निकलदा है ना, गड्डियां चलदियां ने ना, कुड़ियां मुंडे ब्याहे जा रहे ने ना, तो ठीक है ना. But I would say from 1 rupee you have come down to 50 paisa. From 50 paisa you're going down to 25 paisa, and you are still saying that the business is flourishing. Where is it flourishing?
But your perspective was different.
My perspective was different, and I wanted to break away from that. That textile trade was not what I wanted to be in. I was talking to sir also inside. He was asking me, how did you shift from textiles to education? I said I was so fed up of textiles. You know, any payment, labor the payment, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਵੇਚੋ, payment the problem, stocks the problem. I mean, there was always a problem. It was not smooth sailing. Either you sit quiet and forget about it, or you try to solve the problems which would not get solved. Payment लोग करते नहीं सीगे, माल वापस भेज देंगे सी if you wanted the payment.
Then out of all
I was really
things,
frustrated. I was really frustrated.
And it paved your
and
way
23 years I spent in the textile line.
Oh my God.
That's a big period, and I cannot forget it. I give this advice to all my children. I definitely tell them what my grandfather told me, that make a place for yourself. And I also tell them that if you feel that something is not working out, don't give up. Just do the best you are doing under the circumstances. Look around for something better. Be patient. Don't get frustrated. Don't get depressed. Be patient. Do your hard work. The result will come one way or the other. I thought maybe those 23 years, which were happy also, but mostly frustrating for me. I'm very frank about it, and I tell everybody that. I was young at that time. I was hardworking and energetic at that time, but there was no result to see at the end of it. No appreciation. अगर सब कुछ ठीक हो जाए, my uncle would take the credit. देखिया, मैं कर देता. अगर कुछ गलत हो जाए ना, ऐ सुनता ही नहीं है. ऐ करता. The blame would come to me. The credit would never
given. So that 23 years were invested in the journey. With that no particular output.
No. But I had a lot of support from my mom at that time. You know, that was the time that I would say that I want to break away. But do what? There was no such thing as what are you going to do?
So how then towards education?
You see, he's there now. He was testing me. So things just fall into place on their own. Our neighbor was running a nursery school, the junior study, Rita Singh, who is more of a family member than a friend or a neighbor, I would say. She was running the junior study. She did not want to extend it beyond the upper KG. So she asked my sister-in-law. She said that why don't you people start? You have this big sprawling house and so much space over here. Why don't you start first standard onwards? Sare bacche Amritsar who were coming to her school will automatically come to you. And then those were the children who were wanting to go to hostels and all. You know, and there was not proper coaching for the hostels. So it was started to prepare children to go for hostels. There were not so many CBSE schools also or ICSE schools in Amritsar. There were very few schools in Amritsar. So we started it with that object with 40 children who joined us, and they were children of my friends or relatives, and my Shravan, my son, was also amongst those 40, and all these kids would call me Billu uncle at that time. And then their mother said that now he's running a school, you can't call him uncle, you have to call him sir. So they all started calling me Billu sir, and that name has stuck through all these years, and I'm still known as Billu sir. And then things took on from there, you know, one after the other. The school was doing so well till the 5th, and the business was not doing well. The textile business was not doing well. So where I have my school at present, that is where we had our factory. And we decided that, okay, fine, let's convert it into a school and see. So we did that, and it grew class-wise. Till the 5th, it was in the cantonment. 6th standard came here, then the 7th, 8th, and then we got
God's grace, now
yes, and that was the time. That was the time, because earlier I was in textiles and in education both. But this was the time when I said that if I have to head the institution, I have to have the degrees for that. And I am not going to depend upon anybody. I will do it myself. So I said I'll do my B.Ed and all. It's like destiny, Gurseema. I can't tell you that things just worked in a manner. My sister-in-law was managing the junior school while I would look after the textile thing. She had gone to America. Two of her teachers, they came home, they said that we want to do B.Ed. We want to do B.Ed. Are you authorized to sign? I said, yes, I'm authorized to sign that you're working in the school and everything. I said, I wish you had told me. I would have liked to do B.Ed also.
Okay.
So one of them said, मेरी daughter दी ना form मैं एक मंगाई सी. She doesn't want to do B.Ed. So I have an extra form. Can I give it to you? I said, okay, fine, give it to me. So I filled up the form. This was with Annamalai University, a correspondence course.
Right.
One of the most prestigious universities for B.Ed.
Right.
So I said, मैनू पढ़ाई छड्डे कितने साल हो गए, and I don't even know whether I will be able to get my migration certificate or not. I applied, and within a week I got my migration certificate. And when we applied, both my teachers were rejected. I was accepted. That was the strange part, because at that time a first division mattered. They probably think, yes, it's God's will totally. And so I was accepted, and they sent the study material. And they actually, for B.Ed at that time, you had to do 2 contact programs. You had to go to Delhi, attend classes for about 10 days and once, and then 10 days again. And so the first contact program was in the month of October. My son Shravan was studying in Doon School. They generally have their Founders Day, their annual show and everything in the month of October. So those dates clashed with the dates which were for the contact program.
Okay.
So मैं क्या, मैं तो नहीं जाना. My son is waiting in Dehradun. We will go over there. I'll do this next year. Doesn't matter something. You'd be surprised, Gurseema, how things work. We get a letter that the chief guest who was to come for that is not going to be free on those dates. We are preponing the program. So I attended the founders from Dehradun. I went to Delhi to do the contact program.
So both the things were done.
Both the things were done, and very smoothly. I did very smoothly. When I went for the contact program, I said, what are these teachers talking about? Probably I can teach them something more about about how to be a principal or how to run a school or what to do and everything like that. When I did my B.Ed, it was very, very nice, very easy. When I went, very, very easy, very easy. It was like a cakewalk, absolutely so easy. And they also have a practical exam when you have to go and teach a class.
Right.
And I was supposed to do the degrees of comparison, good, better, best, that kind of a thing, you know, that kind. They gave me. So when I went to the class, the principal of the school where the exam was being conducted, she was to be the observer and give me the marks.
Right.
So I was the first one to go. Oh, अपने कागज ही कर दी पे इत्थे रख रही, and I'm teaching the degrees of comparison, and I told the children earlier, look, my job depends on you. Please cooperate with me. They cooperated wonderfully. मैं बोली गया 5 मिनट ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ practical ਮੇਰਾ ਅੱਧਾ ਘੰਟਾ ਲਗਾਤਾ because she wasn't ready. I just spoke and I don't know what I spoke, but maybe I'm good at talking, so I just went on talking and involving the children, and I love teaching children. So I said, and then she said, okay, she said, okay, that's all right. So I said, children, I'm very happy that I had you as my students today. You are good children. You are better than the other children I've taught. In fact, I think you are the best children I've ever taught. And one of them gets up and says, sir, you are the best teacher who has ever taught us. And then that lady over there, she says, I think Mr. Mehra, there's nothing more we want to know, and I just want to talk to you. And she took me aside and she says, would you be interested in taking a job in my school? I said, no, I'm very happy where I am. So that's how the school started, and things just worked out, and now I am where I am with a lot of children around me, a lot of teachers with me whom I love as a family.
It's been how many years now?
The cantonment school started in 84 and the Putligarh school started in 98.
Senior study.
Yes.
Too.
And our first batch did the CBSE first batch did it in 2000.
Wow.
In fact, when I got the affiliation, there is this association of principals in Amritsar, which is called the Sahodya. So they were Sahodya Principals Organization. Right. So everybody was over there when I went, and people congratulated me. And Mr. Kapoor from Ajanta, who's now managing the Gurgaon Ajanta school over there, he said, "Sab हैरान है कि आपको इतनी जल्दी affiliation कैसे मिल गई?" हाँ, कोई बड़ी सिफारिश लगाई होगी आपने। मैंने कहा मैंने जिसकी सिफारिश लगाई उसके ऊपर कोई है ही नहीं, उसको ना ही नहीं कर सकते। कहते किसकी? मैं कहा उसकी उसकी सिफारिश थी। So I always say there is a destiny. Don't get impatient, don't get frustrated.
Yes.
Your time will change. Be persistent. Work with your full sincerity, and the result will come. Maybe a little late. Prabhuji knows when he has to reward you. Right. He knows when he has to test you. There was a time, everybody has ups and downs. There was a time, and I feel that God talks to me through my children. It's really strange. And my daughter tells me, you are not Joan of Arc, that God is coming to talk to you. I said, no, it's not that. But I somehow feel that I get a message whenever I am low or something. Right. Like there was a time when I felt that why me? I mean, why did this thing happen to me?
Right.
I have not been mean to anybody. I am good to everybody.
Right.
I try to help everybody. But why did this occur in my life? Why me? Next day in the morning when we have assembly, we have something known as the thought for the day. So one of the children, he came up on the stage and he said, when you are faced with something difficult, don't turn around and say, why me? To God, say, try me. Try me.
See,
and that
God
was the message. He's only testing you. And something that he was testing me for, the final result was far, far, far better than anything I could have expected.
Right.
So another friend of mine, I mean, I have endless episodes and your time will be over.
It's okay, the
but I
cameraman
can,
is showing, but
it will be over.
Flashcards,
yeah. I'll just tell you.
But I would like to continue. तो एपिसोड लंबा कर दी यार, मैंने जालन दे दो इससे, प्लीज सर।
जो एडिट करना होगा कर देना।
एडिट नहीं करना, एपिसोड लंबा कर देंगे, नो वरीज। सर दे बहुत सारे बच्चे ने, सर दे जो स्कूल दे बच्चे ने, इस सारे व्यूज बहुत अच्छे हो जाने, डोंट वरी।
नहीं बच्चे मैं तो कहना, I'm really blessed. So when we were in textiles, there was a friend of mine also in textiles. We were distributors for Bombay dyeing for the whole of India. That was one of the textile things. And it was a frustrating thing. So both of us, we were the same age. He was the distributor from Delhi. I was the distributor for Punjab, Haryana, Himachal and JK. So we would sit together at the Bombay dyeing table and we were very fed up. We wanted to get out of it. We did not know how to get out of it.
Right.
I came into this line and he went into another line like construction and plotting and all in Delhi, doing extremely well, so well that I can't even tell you. So I wrote to him that I am finally at peace, I'm finally at peace. I'm doing what I enjoy. Right. And he said, I'm also doing well, but peace still eludes me. I said, I'm so much luckier than you. Yes, I have always said that you should make gratitude your attitude. Thank you God, thank you God, thank you God. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ। You take care of me at every step, and I try to tell this to my students also. When we have assembly and they're going back, I tell them, make gratitude your attitude. Every step that you take, say left foot utte thank you, right foot te God. When you walk from here till your class, it is thank you God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And then we did a process in school. I said everybody should make an impression of the 10 fingers, right? Thank you, God, on both the things. And every finger, write something that you have to thank God for. Oh, wow. That's what my mom used to say. Whenever you crib, think about your blessings and count on your fingers. Count your blessings on your fingers. If you reach 10, you are the luckiest person in the world. There are so many behind you.
Very true, sir.
Very. So just thank him for his blessings.
Very true. You have talked about your parents. We got to know the lovely journey that you had. Kuch apne humsafar bare.
My wife?
Yes.
Oh, I love her.
I know.
The whole town knows that. Whole town knows that. She's a very nice person. This is also a blessing by God. If you have a partner that, especially at this stage of life when you're getting older, right, and there is somebody you are close to, and I'm using a term again, young children are always saying that they love their partners, or whether they do or they don't, I don't know, but I certainly love my wife a lot. Right. She was very young when we got married. There's a 9-year difference between us.
Okay.
But she was exceptionally beautiful.
She is beautiful now also. I've met her. She's very beautiful woman, very beautiful.
So like because of the age difference, when we got married, there was so much that she had to learn from me, and she learned willingly. So many times we joke, no? I would say, okay, Renu is like my eldest child. Shravan, but you teach your children, but she was able to imbibe a lot of me in her. I gave her total credit for it because she was receptive to it. She could have said, why should I do this? Why should I do that? Why do you tell me to do this? But whatever I would tell her that this is the correct thing to do, she would do that willingly, happily.
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸੁਪਨਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਕਾਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹਮਸਫਰ ਦਾ ਰੋਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਖਾਸ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੋਏਗਾ.
Always there.
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸੋ.
ਬੱਚੇ ਅਗੇਨ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਬਲੇਸਿੰਗਸ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਾਂ.
ਚਲੋ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, I really want my audience because
Prabhu ji has been very kind with both my children. Right. I have a son, Dr. Shravan. Everybody in town knows him.
Yes.
And always brilliant, always sincere,
very
always hardworking.
Very good doctor.
A very good doctor also. And deserved whatever he's doing now.
Yes.
He's deserved because he worked very hard for
it. Very
and
true.
I have an extraordinarily wonderful daughter-in-law. Again, a very good partner for Shravan. My daughter Gayatri is married in Jalandhar. She decided from the beginning कि बारी ऐसे दून स्कूल गए सी, Shravan had dissected a frog and put it on a thing. ओदा दिल तक करता सी. There's a 6-year gap. She said, भैया wants to become a doctor. I will never become a doctor.
Okay.
And so she pursued her painting. She was very fond of art and painting. So
Dr. Shravan was like right from the childhood because it was the education field, but he opted for the
he opted to become a doctor. Opted to become a doctor. So his choice, not mine.
Right.
I knew nothing about the medical line.
Right.
Things just fell into place
very
and they became
capable person.
Very capable person, and he was also lucky in getting whatever he achieved.
Right.
Whatever. And my daughter, she took up art and. She joined the College of Fine Art in Chandigarh. And her dream at that time when she joined and they were telling us everything about the college was that when you pass out in your final year, there is an award called Amritsar Award, which is given to the best artist of Chandigarh. And she got that award.
Oh, wow.
She got that award. And then from there, she applied for NID, National Institute of Design, in Ahmedabad, which is one of the NID, Ahmedabad, which is one of the top 20 institutes in the world.
Wonderful.
So she
no doubt your children
applied,
brilliant like father only. It's a wonderful thing.
So you were given 2 choices, and it is very rare that you get one. She applied for 2. One was animation and filmmaking, cartoons and all, and the second was lifestyle, making cups and saucers and all that kind of thing.
Wonderful.
And she was lucky to get both.
Oh wow. Nice.
So
your granddaughter Sia,
she's
very good in that
drums. Very good at drums.
Beautiful.
Very good in everything.
In everything, by God's grace.
Least demanding child,
Blessed.
Not at all stubborn or difficult or argumentative. Very
by
loving.
God's grace.
By God's grace.
My cameraman is showing, but I am this is
जेड़ा ज़्यादा गप-शप होगी ना edit कर देना.
मैं कुछ भी edit नहीं करना. It's a wonderful thing. I'm pursuing this thing थोड़ी ज़्यादा भी हो जाएगी. I know this we gonna enjoy it. The questions which I have got it.
पूछो to see.
What's breaking your heart about education in India or Punjab right now?
A lot. There is a lot that is disturbing me about education in Punjab. Number one, children are there are all kinds, but a majority of the children are not focused towards their studies. They want quick results. They don't want to work hard. They want to make कि बस पैसा बन जाए, मेहनत ना करनी पे.
Who's responsible for this now?
I think the family, the times, their desires. Everything they feel, everything that they want is being fulfilled so quickly. Now, if they want money in life without really working for it, that's not going to happen. Parents are there to fulfill your requirements for a particular period, especially as when you are a child. Later on, you have to fend for yourself. Right. They don't want to do it, and then they feel that if they go to Canada or Australia, it's going to be very easy. It's not easy for them.
If you could leave one note in every new teacher's desk on their first day, what would it say?
Love your students, understand your students, and always do your best for your students.
Wonderful. 10 years from now, what do you want alumni to say about how this school shaped them?
I think they should be saying good things about them, because I always say that.
I know you are very hardworking, sir.
No. My staff is also very hardworking.
I agree.
And we all call ourselves the TSS family. Because we are like a family.
Very
and
true.
What was the question again? That what would they like to say about the school?
Angie, how this school shaped them?
It was a learning experience.
What's the hardest decision you have had to make as principal that no one in the community ever heard about? Is there
That's
something?
a tough one. Some decision that I made and the community did not.
What's the hardest decision you have had to make as a principal that no one in the community ever heard about? It was something very hard you made, but everyone wasn't aware that you aisa kuch.
I don't think any such thing has happened so
Perfect.
far, except that I might have asked the parents to withdraw their child, which is not always easy.
I agree.
And I don't think there is any hard decision which the town did not know about.
Right, sir. How do you balance running in the institution with actually being present for the kid and the teacher? How do you balance running the institution with actually being present for the kids and the teachers?
It's a cooperative effort. The child has to be looked after by the teacher, and the teacher has to be looked after by me. And I have to again come back. It's a circle. I have again come back to look after the child. So that is it. It's something which is very cohesive, like a circle. Child is looked after by the teacher is looked after by me, and I again go back and look after the child.
What's breaking your heart about education in India or Punjab right now?
That's a tough one to say, and I would not like to comment on it, that what is really bothering me.
I really, because I am also...
It's not easy to run a school. That is all I can say. It's not easy to run a school for various reasons, but I would not like to
What is the
comment.
major thing that, that pricks?
There are some tricks which all the principals and schools would be feeling, but I don't think I would like to voice them now.
Okay. What's the quietest win from the last year that made you proud? Anything that's the quietest win, that makes you feel proud?
Of myself, of the school, anybody? Something which was quiet and something in which we succeeded?
Yes.
What would
just
be?
Just think.
My result is always something which I'm very proud of.
Right.
And I think beyond that, I never think beyond the result.
Wonderful. So how much, can we share how much your students scored last time?
It's always 98 point something or 99.4 or
wonderful.
We've even touched 99.6 at one time.
Great. This is great. What belief about children that you held since day one haven't changed? What belief about children?
Children has not changed over the years. I can tell you, they can be shaped by you. Children can be shaped by you. They have to get a direction. They have to get guidance.
They can be shaped.
They can be shaped. They
hold this belief that they can be shaped.
Yes, they can be shaped. I would never say that it is any child is a hopeless case. There may have been some who troubled us a lot during school time, but when they come back, there is something of our values or whatever we try to shape them, the way we try to shape them, they realize it later.
Teachers mostly say, so and so bacha is very stubborn. Ye nahi sunta, ye stubborn hai. They stop working on that child.
Sometimes.
They give up. They don't work on that child.
They don't work on that child.
Then who will work on that child, sir?
That is a tough one again. But then I don't blame the teachers at times for giving up also, because you see what happens is 40 minutes का period है, उसी को उसके पीछे ही लगे रहेंगे तो बाकियों का क्या होगा? And anything that you try to correct the child or to improve the child, it is in many cases undone totally by the family and the attitude of the parents.
I agree.
Parents do not accept
correcting. Teaching is not an easy profession.
Teaching and running a school is not easy.
Very challenging. Running a school is relentless. what's the one small ritual you do every week that keeps you connected to students?
Yes, we have our assembly. We have the thought for the day,
Okay.
and the prayer also, which I feel that everybody thanks God. And we have these vows that I promise to spread love, peace and happiness. I promise to save electricity, water and paper. I promise to love, obey and respect my parents, my teachers,
Right.
and all elders. There are 5 of these vows that the children
That's
take.
every day
And the last one is that I'm proud to be an Indian. This sort of it increases a connect with the children, and there's always a thought for the day, which I listen to very carefully. What is God trying to tell me through my children? That is what I say.
Great.
But something which connects me is that we have 2 tests a week on Tuesday and Friday. The entire school is tested for this thing, and all the papers after correction come to my table. I go through every bundle, and I give my green pen stars to the toppers, or I give an advice. And it may take me 5 hours to do. I may finish in 1 hour, but I do this regularly, and this keeps me connected with the children. Sometimes when I have the time, like these days particularly, I'm trying to make the time for it. I go with the papers to the class, distribute them myself, give a patch to the ones who are brilliant.
This is a sort of a ritual that you follow.
It's a ritual which I follow. And children still, for all these years, all those who've gone, they still remember the green pen stars.
How can they forget? Sir? This is
being
a director, being at such a high post, still you connect
but
the students.
always it is to try to give a pat to even the weaker ones and tell them that you have not worked for this test. Had you worked for it, you would have got better marks.
Right.
Better marks. No negative remarks.
No negative remarks.
Negative remarks, yes.
This is a very positive thing as far as your personality
Yeah, but
is
it keeps
concerned.
me connected with every child of the school. Now, these days it's becoming difficult because the number is large to remember all the names. But there was a time when I knew each and every child by name.
So if I say that your senior study, the Gurukul, is teaching how many students?
Well, if you combine them all, we're almost 2,700 now.
2,700. Wow, that's wonderful, wonderful.
So difficult to remember the names.
What's a value you refuse to compromise on, even if it costs the school money or a reputation?
Cleanliness. I want cleanliness in the school all the time. I'm obsessive about it.
Okay.
I'm obsessive about it. Let me waste money, any amount of money. Let me get the school painted. Let me get it painted 4 times a year. The painter starts from one end, goes to the other, and then starts again. I will not compromise on the cleanliness level.
I can understand. My mom is like this. She is so with the. I can. The person who's with this, you just simply can't tolerate it.
I can't tolerate.
So that again, it adds to the beautification.
Amongst the vows which I did not say is, I promise to keep my school clean, my city clean, and my country clean.
Wonderful.
This is one of the vows every morning the children take.
Right. This could be the first question, but I would like to wind up with this. Talk about your parents.
Yes.
How, though we had a word, but still, how they played a role in fulfilling your this dream of education and more of a Gurukul.
Actually, at that time, it was never the goal that I will be in the field of education.
Yes, you mentioned.
But the family was educated, so it was taken. And it was the period when the Britishers had gone, partition had taken place. But both my parents had studied. My father had studied in Colonel Brown School in Dehradun in a hostel. My mother was in Sacred Heart in Lahore. And the Reverend Mother of Sacred Heart, Amritsar, was her classmate in Lahore.
Okay.
So somehow education was you were surrounded by people who were educated, who were cultured, who were very creative. That's another thing in the family that, painting was a big thing, music was a big thing.
I have visited your house and it is so tastefully decorated. I mean, every corner of the house it's not like you feel it is the black and white photographs. There must be of your parents.
Of my parents, yes.
Beautifully. So you have preserved those memories so beautifully.
Yeah. No, that was because I was always surrounded by things like that. You know, another very, very happy period of my life used to be the 2 months summer break that we would go to Missouri. We had a house in Missouri.
Okay.
We had a house in Missouri, and those 2 months we would spend over there, which were absolutely delightful. And Missouri of that period and Missouri of today they were very different. At that time, there
Must
was
not be the pollution and
lots of greenery, not so overcrowded, and then also a lot of the royalty used to have their houses in Missouri because it was the summer palaces hona de hunde se. And the entire crowd that used to come to Missouri was of a very different style. I mean, I'm not being snobbish or anything about it. It was something very classy and something very different. So that's how you imbibed a lot of things, you know.
Wonderful. It was great to have you here on the show of Gup-Shup, and I enjoyed listening to your stories. It was wonderful. Sir, ek gana suna do jante jante.
Oh.
We'll wind up before we'll just listen to one of the song from you.
No, which song should it be?
Jera sir tonu acha lagda.
किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द हो सके तो लो उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है.
Wonderful, wonderful, sir. Thank you so much. It was wonderful to have you at my show.
Thank you so much, Gurseema. I quite enjoyed it, going down memory lane. I love to talk, and talking about all these things that we've been doing today has been a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
It always...
Keep watching your own show, Gurseema's Gup-Shup. मिलते हैं दोबारा एक नई कहानी, एक नई सोच के साथ, एक नए गेस्ट के साथ, with your own show, Gurseema's Gup-Shup.
Thank you so much, Gurseema,
for
giving me such a wonderful time today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.